Hey y'all, so it's September 10th, 2013, and the Lord gave me a very cool dream last night. He showed me that uh, our treasures are stored up in heaven, and they're very rare. Before I get into this dream, let's say that the Lord can speak to you in many ways. He can speak to you in ways from your past experiences for you to understand what He's trying to get across. And this dream was very funny in the way he explained what he was telling me. Before, like in the past, I was very heavy in video games, and let's just say that's the way he spoke through me in this dream. So this dream was more of a role-playing game, but it was also real. I'm gonna try to explain the best way I can, but please bear with me. I mean, the Lord is all-knowing, so He knows about everything. So it makes sense if He knows everything, He can explain things in ways that will make sense to you. So yeah, here I go. I wrote it down because it was very detailed. So okay, so this dream was like a video game. It was like a role-playing game where you have quests, you have inventory, you have items, you have a map you can look at where you want to go next, and all this other stuff. I'm sorry for the people who haven't played these kind of games, but this is all I can say. So in the beginning of the dream, I was in this car, and all of a sudden I could see that in this video game, like a role-playing game, you have missions, you have quests, but you have messages you can get. And so what popped up in my vision was like this message box, and it said the King, and in the dream I knew it was Jesus, and each message was like a word of what He was telling His people, like His bride, His saints, people who love Him. And I know that in the dream, when I saw these messages, I supposedly, I guess in the dream, had looked at all of them. Because how you look at an email, you click on it, and it becomes unbolded, so you've seen it. Well, all these messages I saw were unbolded. So, and in real life, I listen to a lot of messages He gives to people, and I really dig deep into hearing His voice through other people, through His messages, through prophets and people who get utterances and words from Him. And the message that the title of these messages said the King, and so of course it was the Lord. Then I was able to see, like in role-playing games, you can look at a map, and the map will take up your whole screen. And sometimes you can look at your inventory, you can look at your armor, you can look at quests, missions, anything, your guide. And so with my mind, I opened up my inventory box. And the cool thing in my inventory box was that I had like these insanely rare items. Like these items were beyond my level. You know how in role-playing games you have a certain level you at, and certain weapons and certain items and certain armor can't be used until you've reached that level. These items were way, like, I knew in the dream that they were way ahead of me, way beyond me for me to use yet. And it was about, I want to say 65 of them. That number keeps coming in my head, and I remember seeing at the top, I think that was the total list of ultra rare super items I had in this inventory. And also on this map, I saw a treasure box. It was like a treasure box that was like, it was gold, had a couple jewels on it, and it was and it was wooden at the same time. And on the map, um, this treasure box had like this no problem. This 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 spirit thing was it was like a spirit like dog. It was guarding this treasure box, and it would move so fast around this treasure box that if I were to get close to it, there was no way I could not sneak past this thing. And it was guarding this treasure box. And in the dream, I knew that this was the treasure for me that is stored in heaven. And the inventory that I had was more treasure that I had to deposit because I couldn't use it. So I was going to store it and wait until heaven. um, and so in this dream, somehow I got taken outside of this car where I saw the map. It covered up my screen. Like, it was weird. And so now I'm on the map. Like, I'm just walking on this map. And I walked to the treasure box because the treasure box kind of projected out of the map and was like shaking. You know, like, there's something in here for you. And that little creature was moving around it, guarding it. And I was scared because this creature was moving so fast that I thought that, you know, if I went to this treasure box, it would attack me and kill me. And I was like, well, I mean, I have to deposit this. Hopefully, you know, it will see that I'm not mean or evil. And so I walked up to it, and I walked past the creature, and then like it turned red and jumped and looked at me, and then I guess it knew that, you know, oh, I'm okay to put my treasure in here, or I'm a good person, or I don't know. It knew that I wasn't a threat, and it just kept going past and didn't bother me. And so then I opened up my treasure box, and then my treasure deposit storage opened up, and I already had some items in it. I already had like some ultra rare items that were already in there. I think it was like 9 or 10 of them. And so then I put all my items that were in there, all 65 of them, because every single one of them was this ultra rare, unique, special item. I can't even describe what it was, but I knew in my dream that no one had this. You know, it was like only me had these items ever in the world. Like this was mine. I knew that they were extremely rare, extremely special to me. And so I deposited it all, and I closed it, and I walked away from it, and then I woke up. And waking up, it was a good piece. I was like, wow, because last night, September 9th, I was talking to the Lord. I was like, you know, because I was reading things about heaven, and this lady who visited heaven, I think it's called, it's on a website called sparrowclouds9.com, and she visits heaven, and I was reading her conversations with Jesus, and it was so awesome to read. I was like, Lord, you know, can I have at least something about heaven? What's in store for me? I was really asking him about, you know, the mansions we get, you know, the mansions that are already preparing for us. I was wondering, like, what did mine look like? What were you gonna put in mine that was so unique to me? And he gave me something else. And this is just good to know that, you know, the Lord has a guardian guarding my angels, are storing and protecting my items that are not of this world. So yeah, he answered a prayer last night, and it was very generous. It was very generous of him. I felt very humble and loved. I felt so loved that he took the time to let me know that, you know, I got your items, man. I'm watching. Your rewards are waiting for you. So, and I felt like I need to give this out to you guys, to give you guys encouragement, because I know that there's a lot of people going through a lot of things now, because the enemy knows that his time is running short. He knows when it's almost over, and he's trying to ramp up his plan, but God's plan is far beyond his, so we're okay. We're fine. Have peace about it. Know that the Lord is in control. And I want to give you guys encouragement. I think more importantly, the Lord want to give you encouragement, I guess, through me, to let you know that, yeah, you're going through all this suffering, this long suffering, but your treasures, your rewards that are being stored and protected by angels are far beyond this world. They are extremely unique to you. And they're not just unique, they're special, they're rare, they're beautiful, they're of high, extremely high quality. So yeah, I want to let you guys know that dream. I was so excited when I woke up. I was like, wow, that's so cool. Because I didn't see me worthy of that, but see, God sees you worthy of a lot of things, because he loves you a lot. He loves you so much. So yeah, guys, be blessed. Keep waiting, keep watching. Things are ramping up in this world real quick. The Lord showed me that things were going to speed up incrementally. Like, it's not going to take as much time as people think for things to really start getting heated, let's say. So just keep enduring. Endure. Please keep enduring. I know we all want to go home. I'm one of them. I'm so ready. I've been given personal things, dreams, and visions. I've posted, you guys seen them, of what God has in store and how much he loves us and is ready to take us home. And man, I'm ready. Each day is another day closer. So just have patience, but we're almost there. And if you don't know Christ, this is your first time hearing something about him, Jesus is real. If you don't believe me, please don't hang on my word. Go find out for yourself. The one thing that took me to, be convinced and totally submit to him and surrender is to go search and get curious for myself and find who he was for myself, the real one. Please do it in your own time. Just go and pray to him. Ask for help. He doesn't want to intrude on your free will, but if you ask for help, he will help you. Every time we say Jesus help, he also says is here I am. He's already here. You have to believe. You have to want it. Just like you want to go to work, like you want to make that money for the next day. You want to do anything in life. You have to want to know him. And he has his arms open until the last breath is in your body. Until that last breath, his arms are open. Because once that breath is gone, it's over. So he's a God of love. He loves you very much. So much he loves you. He wants to give you everything. He's an all-knowing God, so why wouldn't he want to give? It only makes sense for him to give everything. We just have to do our part, meet him halfway, and catch up to where he wants us to be. Because to be honest, we're all playing catch up. Because we're all, sinful. But it's only through him, through Jesus Christ, that makes us holy and of his likeness. Of his likeness, not ours. The way he wants us to be. He's just like a parent. Think of it like that, if it makes it easier. He's a really loving parent that wants to give you everything, but he really wants you to be obedient. Obedience is the key. Sacrificing, yeah, that's great. That's awesome to sacrifice things. But if you're sacrificing and not being obedient, you got to do the whole part. And yeah, it's a lot, but he also has a lot to give. And so he requires you to do things he wants you to do. So Be blessed, guys.